Ready. Hi everyone. It's kind of a pleasure and an honor to be the last person. But also I know that some of you are really tired. It has been too many talks. So I'll try to be really brief about the main message that I have here. I'm happy to represent PH International here, the Armenia. I will be mainly talking about the activities in Armenia office that really relate to information communication technologies. But more or less, I should mention that most of our field offices have been implementing similar programs. Simply, the biggest program and the biggest focus on ICT has been in Armenia. So as you see, we have at this point we have offices in US, Russia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Armenia, and Ukraine. And we have actually had very similar programming on ICTs in Azerbaijan. I know that in the program we had a different title for my presentation, where right now it's promotion of meaningful uses of ICTs. I am relating it to social media for social change, but after listening to so many presenters, I remade my presentation a few times, actually yesterday, today, so I've been working to fit into the context and everything that has been said. I remember yesterday that Kevin said, when he was closing his presentation, he said that social media is about communication, it's not about technology. And I agree with that, but partially I'm going to play his opponent, because where we are, where my country is, where the Caucasus is, the digital divide is huge, so technology matters. That's why I want to say that today I've been hearing everyone talking so much about the value of social media. I agree, I know that everyone agrees. We share this understanding how important an effective use of social media can be. But when there is no effective infrastructure for social media, it needs to be questioned and challenged, discussed. So I'm going to talk about what we have been doing to create a more or less proper infrastructure in Armenia to make social media happen. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 10 years, I don't know. But I probably want to say that if you do not have organizations that actually reduce the digital divide, the chances for social media are very small. And later we might have conversations about this, and you can challenge me. So I'm very much open. PH International's mission is we try to build strong communities by fostering civic leadership, harnessing internet technology, and facilitating cross-cultural experience and learning. So as you can see, internet technology, introduction and promotion of internet technology has been at the very heart of PH's activities. And together with all of these components, I guess, we can only make the role of social media important. In Armenia, in 2000, when we just started the office, we started our very first program, Internet Community Development Program, which was a program for Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia. And it was just a one-person show. There was in each country we had just one person that was facilitating the activities of the program. It was a one-year program funded by the U.S. State Department, and what we were doing is we're trying to get together professionals of different representatives of different professional communities, bringing them together, trying to explain to them the ideas of online community, how they can share their problems together online, how they can discuss different issues that they have, or they can actually share their successes. But we had challenges. We understood that if we have results, that was short-term. People would come, and with our support, we would have accomplishments. But when they would go back to their daily routine, where they didn't have access to technology, they didn't have access to connectivity, so as an online community, they did not exist. So, and then the next step for us, it was to design such a program that could address the issues of the technical infrastructure. And we came up with a very interesting program that's called Armenia School Connectivity Program. I feel like, and I can be subjective, but I feel like almost all schools in Armenia know about this program. And I will be talking in great detail about this program. Very recently, we did ICT training for 700 regional educators in Armenia, and that's within Education Quality and Relevance Program in Armenia, which is a World Bank funded great major program. That's the national program, Education Reform Program in Armenia. And one of the biggest components actually is connectivity to schools, hardware to schools, training to teachers, and then actually content development. And of course, you know about the .com program that has been so much highlighted, and I feel like everyone already knows the .com students, whom I love so much. So,
thank you.
And who actually have been very concerned whether I'm managing to redo the presentation, is everything okay, etc. So thanks for the support. So Project Harmony, P8 International, Project Harmony International in Armenia, has had its past, lessons learned, and present. I do want to say that throughout these 2 days, I've heard like keywords in almost all presentations. Information, technology, problems, tools, media, and user penetration rate. When we started in Armenia, and before coming here, when I was doing actually the presentation, I was looking at different statistics. Numbers differ, but more or less, this is the official table that the informal researchers and reports you would see. So in 2000, actually, when we just opened the office and started our first programs, you can see it's like 0.1 point user penetration. And I couldn't find a definition whether this is like home users, internet club users. But anyway, you can just imagine that that's such a small number for big programs and for talking about social media and social change. What's happening? What? Thank you. And you can see that there is an increase for 2007. It depended actually how you could interpret the overall population of Armenia. So the national statistics of Armenia said something different, and other sources said something different. So I take actually as a more reliable resource 5.3 number. And late 2009, it was 5.8. When we were coming to, before we came to Georgia, our .com participants had a meeting with a number of representatives of the media world in Armenia, and I heard that for early 2010, they mentioned like 10% of penetration rate and 15%. So it seems like the number is increasing, which gives some promise and hope. But I'm just trying to say that this is the world. We're talking about this number of people, knowing that, very well knowing that when we say Armenia, we mean the capital and the rest out of the capital. So it's like we have two countries. And I was analyzing different documents that were talking about internet users. The USAID mission in Armenia